As you join in, welcome. We're going to wait a couple more minutes. Please go to menti.com and enter our Menti with the code 68115122 on the screen. And let us know what you expect from today's webinar. George, I hope they enjoyed too. Hi, Maya.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Fine.
Great. Should we wait 2 more minutes or start?
I would say let's start.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that it's late already and we have a lot to cover and not so much time. So if you have not yet done so, please go to menti.com, use the code 68115122, and please let us know what you expect of today's webinar. So I see delving into details, the GenB Toolkit, focus on the covered role, going deeper into the topics, and skills necessary for the role. Okay, so I think most of them are on point. So a lot of the things we're going to learn today are about the toolkit, about how you can actually take an active role as an ambassador, maybe some skills, but it's more formats. More skills are going to come in the advanced level, but it should still be able to make you more confident in taking your role up as an ambassador. Oh. So today's webinar is a little bit different to last time. I think last time we had a lot of information about bioeconomy, which is a great thing. I mean, it's something that I learn something new about every day, and I think most of us do. Today is supposed to be more practical. It's how. So now we know what bioeconomy is and different elements like the controversial issues, how it aligns with sustainability goals, what kind of job profiles exist. Now what we want to do is go into our GenB Toolkit. This toolkit has different formats of how you as a GenB ambassador can pass this knowledge of bioeconomy and sustainability to your peers and to different people you come into contact with. So this is really, we're away from the theory of bioeconomy. It's about, okay, how do we transfer this knowledge to different age groups, to different people? And we're going to learn a lot about that today. So the first module will be taken on by Clara. She is going to give us an overview of the toolkit. So she'll tell us everything that's included in the toolkit. After that, we'll have 5 more presentations which go into specific parts of the toolkit. So we are not going to go into very much detail in all the aspects of the toolkit, but we've chosen specific aspects of the toolkit that we'll delve into detail about. And that's the job profiles, quizzes and educational cards, games, educational videos, and student-to-student activities. Yeah, so I think, is everything clear? Are there any questions now? Okay, so on this note, I am going to welcome Clara and ask you to please tell us about the GenB Toolkit. What is it? What can we find inside it?
Yes, first of all, thank you for joining the capacity building webinar. Hello to everyone. Hello, hi, hola, ciao, hello. We are really excited to having you here. As Juliet has said, I'm gonna introduce really quick the GenB Toolkit. So I'm gonna start with an introduction to warm up eco-friendly engines. Then I will introduce you the GenB Toolkit, focus on, and I will talk mostly in the toolkit about toolkits who my colleagues are not going to talk about later. And then I will tell you where is the GenB Toolkit located. So first of all, maybe you are wondering what's a toolkit? A toolkit is a set of resources, tools, and instructional material designed to facilitate the understanding and learning of key concepts. In this case, of course, we are focused in bioeconomy. So with this toolkit, you will be able to educate yourself and educate others, raise awareness, and facilitate understanding of the bioeconomy. So who is the GenB Toolkit aimed at? So here you can see that the toolkit has been developed for several target groups. They are focused in children, pre-adolescents, adolescents, teachers, and also multipliers. You here you are a multiplier, so this is your role. So the GenB Toolkit will serve you to increase your own knowledge and also to have knowledge on how enroll other people in the bioeconomy concept. So this is an overview of the GenB toolkits that we have and the ones that we are working on it, because not all of them are developed yet. We have 12 toolkits that we think will be interesting for you, and we have 3 additional toolkits, but not focused on teachers and educators. But maybe you will find also interesting as the massive open online course, because it contains a lot of interesting information. As I have said, I'm gonna focus in the ones who my colleagues are not going to talk about. This is, for example, the book for kids. It's a book who is aimed at children to 4-8 years old. You will find the information in the GenB website. Now we are working on the physical copies, and at the end of this process will be available in 16 languages. We think the full launch will be ready on October of this year. Roleplay card game we will see later, but just to inform you, it will be soon at the GenB website. In English, and at the end of the year it will be available in these 9 languages that you can see here. It's a print-to-play game, and my colleague will explain later more about it. The same, another game to learn through playing. This one it will be also ready at the end of the year in 9 languages. And this is another game that which is focused in the target 14 to 19 years old, but we are also working on developing a new version for the other young people target groups. You will find also quizzes and educational cards. I will present later deeply this content. And the same, we expect to have it in December in 9 languages available in the GenB website. My colleagues also will introduce you the video teasers and educational videos and the power of this tool. You will find also in the GenB website in the 9 languages at the end of the year, and it's aimed for the 3 target groups of young people. Also, we consider that it's interesting information for you as multipliers and teachers. Online faxes are already in our GenB website, so you can check now. And you will find PDFs, information in PDF in online faxes, and also interviews. Hands-on experiments, you can go through these links to them, and they will be also available soon at the GenB website. There are a kind of experiments that you can perform with children or by yourself, or teachers can do it too. A fairy tale is also a resource aimed at 4 to 8 years old that you can take into account if you want to enroll people in this target, and this will be also soon available at our GenB website. Participatory photography is another activity that you will find. It will be an activity where you have to collect videos, photographies from your environment, and it will be also available soon. And also podcasts that we are going to develop under this project. Lessons plans also will be available at the end of the year, but you can check. You will be able to check a first launch in next month. And then this is the material that are aimed to teachers, but just in case we wanted to share with you in case you find interesting. Where you can you find this information? So here in our GenB website, you will be able to find all these materials right now, and as I have said, during the year, because we are still developing some of them. And that's all. I give the word to my next colleague.
Thank you, Clara, so much for the overview. Don't panic, everyone. I know Clara was very fast with mentioning, but it has a reason. So the next speakers are going to explain in more detail what the tools are and how they can be used. But we thought it was very important for Clara to give us an overview of all the information that's available. Do you have any questions for Clara at the moment? Clara, I have a question. So on the GenB website, the materials can be found under resources, right?
Yes, now they are available, the ones who are uploaded already, and they will be very soon, all of them.
Yeah, it will be updated continuously.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Clara. Now I would like to ask Isidora from the European SchoolNet to tell us about bioeconomy job profiles. We had in the first webinar, if you attended, we had a presentation about job profiles from our partners from Greek. And now Isidora is going to tell us about who we've talked to, what they do, and that kind of thing. Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Juliet, and hello, welcome everyone from my side as well. As Juliet said, my name is Isidora, I come from European SchoolNet, and today I will tell you more about how to talk about careers in bioeconomy and what materials we have as a part of GenB that you can use when you're actually promoting and talking about careers in this field. So we're going to talk a bit about how and why to define a bit of a job and what are available positions here and make some real-world connections. So when we talk about how to talk about careers in bioeconomy, we have several steps that can help you easily present the career in bioeconomy and engage your audience and help them become more interested. So first, what we need to do is to kind of define the career, which means setting the context by describing the sector, industries that provide career opportunities in the field, as well as some needs or why the field itself is important. So by doing this, you can as I said, raise interest and awareness of different audiences, as well as inform them about different possibilities in the field of bioeconomy. When it comes to studies or competencies needed to work in the field, you should focus on the skills, the knowledge, how to obtain these skills to work in the field, and connect all of this to the real experience of your audience, to their previous knowledge, to real life people working in the field, some role models, and so on. But let's first cover on why it would be important even to work in the field of bioeconomy. So bioeconomy as a field is new, it's very wide, and it provides a wide range of opportunities, career opportunities, because they're connected to the current industries, traditional industries, but they can also be very innovative and work on creating, developing new solutions, new technologies, new methods of production, and so on. And it's the field that actually works on requires a very unique skill set that can help employers actually tackle the challenges of the future and help with the innovation of their current production methods. So let's go on with defining actually the sector itself. As you already know from previous sessions and maybe from your previous experience as well, that bioeconomy is a meta sector which contributes to the sustainable development. It promotes circular and maximal use of resources, which can definitely lead to less dependency on fossil fuels and non-renewable resources. So I don't want to talk much about this. I actually want to see what you know about the sector itself, and this will also help us define it. So let's start with the first question of our Mentimeter, which is which primary production sectors bioeconomy includes?
For those who joined in later, the code is at the top of the slide. So you go to menti.com and then you use the code 68115122.
681151.
Okay, I will give you a bit more time. But correct, all of you, yes, all of you are very, very correct. So bioeconomy, as I mentioned, covers is a very wide field, and it covers actually, aside from primary sectors, agriculture, forestry, aquaculture, and so on, it covers 3 other sectors, which means secondary, tertiary, and quaternary sector, which means it covers a wide range of careers that are from agriculture to biorefineries or production to providing services and research in the end. So let's go to the next question then. Based on this information that covers a wide range, what is the current percentage of employment in the field of bioeconomy in European Union? Based on your opinion. Perfect. And you heard about this in your previous session as well. Oh, okay. So I'll give you a bit more time. That's a very different opinions. So based on the information from EU and Eurostat in 2020, the percentage of people in the European Union employed in the field of bioeconomy is actually 8.2%. So the people work in each of the 4 sections, each of the 4 sectors, and it's a very big percentage of employment in the European Union. 3.14 is actually the pi number. But so we can go to the next question now. bioeconomy is expected to employment is expected to decline in agriculture by 2030. Is it true or false? This is also again something mentioned in the previous session. So if you listen carefully, you will know the answer. Okay. Divided opinions, but false is going. So based on, again, statistics and information provided by Eurostat and European Union, it's expected to decline in agriculture mostly. However, you can go to the next slide again. The next question, in which sectors the increase is expected? Pharmaceuticals, yes. Okay, all of the above. Okay. So majorly you agree on that, all of the mentions. So yes, although it's expected to, employment is expected to decrease in agriculture, so in the primary sector, in the secondary sector is expected to provide more opportunities for employment in the future. And because traditional industries are actually trying to transit more to sustainable ways of production by including bio-based materials into their processes, upskilling their workforce. So this will kind of create a bigger, higher need for more qualified, more skilled professionals in the field, so they can kind of cope with this transition and make transition easier. I will take the control back if I find my mouse. Okay. So, wait, we went through this. So, yes. Based on what we learned so far, we can say that bio-based industries actually employed a wide range of professionals. They all work together on innovating and optimizing the production methods to use bio-based materials more effectively in their production. Now that we've defined the sectors, now that you know all this theoretical information about it, let's go through what are currently some possible careers in the field. So we have biobreeder, biopharmacer, bioforester. So in the primary production, primary sector, we have these people who work on taking care of soils, animals, and forests, and they're making sure to avoid harmful chemicals, to take care of these parts, and also kind of circularly use their leftovers of production, so to keep a more close circle and circular flow of production. And to become one of these experts, you can go to different agriculture schools from secondary to tertiary education, and you can learn about these topics in biology, geography, and chemistry lessons. When it comes to biorefineries, they are working on transforming waste or biomass into energy or other biomaterials, and employ a wide range of professionals. So although they're in secondary sector, they employ professionals that can fall under all four sectors, so from scientists and researchers to biotechnicians to administrative staff and maintenance staff and so on. And to work in biorefinery, you can learn about it in chemistry or physics or even biology lessons. However, you would need to take some specialized education path in order to become a professional biorefinery. When it comes to researchers, this is the broadest one that falls under the quarterly sector, and they're actually developing new technologies and innovative methods to create bioproducts, reuse waste, or how to discover new uses of biological resources. And depending on what you want to do in this field as a researcher, it depends what kind of paths you need to follow, career path you need to follow, or what kind of classes you need to take. But bioeconomy as a field itself requires a very good balance between sectoral and transversal skills. So from problem solving or systematic thinking to critical thinking, collaboration, and so on. And it actually requires you to be to match the skills also of other companies. So have a good fit for different companies that require workers, and to have skills that are also fitting the geographical area. However, why all this is important for you? Why am I telling you this? So you as the GenB ambassador, you're going to promote bioeconomy, also careers in bioeconomy among different audiences, your peers. You're going to speak in different events, you talk to teachers and so on. So it's good for you to be able to translate this information for them and make it more tangible for them and help them make these real world connections, so connected to their previous experiences. And this way you can inspire them to both change their practices, as well as maybe even become a professional in bioeconomy. So when you actually write your career testimonials or post on social media, you should try to provide examples of real people working in these positions, and you can use different materials available on GenB repository, for example, to help you support these posts and promote the posts maybe, or even connect with these professionals that we spoke to in order to get them to a wider audience and showcase what they're doing. If you're a professional already in the field, you can help connect with schools. You can go to schools yourself or try to get them to come to your place of work, if it's of course safe, and showcase what you're doing, what they can do as well, and what are kind of the possibilities in the field itself. And of course, you can help organize, promote, or even take part in different online and offline events like job fairs, career chats, so on, which can as well help further promote both careers in bioeconomy, but also the transition to more sustainable resources. When it comes to what we have in GenB, we have 3 published and 1 in the development career profiles. We spoke with professionals from research side, to entrepreneurs who are working in the field and who are sharing their experience as professionals in bioeconomy. And we have videos as well as fact sheets that you can both find on GenB library, and some of them also in Scientix repository. But your main source of information is always going to be GenB library. And with this, I let my I can stop talking and let my colleagues take over. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, feel free. I'm open to answer.
Thank you, Isadora. I was just thinking while you're talking and you're saying the GenB ambassadors, they could use the information to inform other people about the careers, but I think we have quite a few young people who maybe have not yet decided on the career path, and maybe for this, what you did right now is going to lead them into one of the career paths in bioeconomy. So thank you very much. Do we have any questions, comments for Isadora? If you do, please just open your mic and scream. No? Okay. Then thank you very much, Isadora. Now I'll pass back to Clara. She mentioned in her presentation previously about the educational cards and quizzes, and now she's going to explain to us a little bit more what they are and how you can use them as a GenB ambassador. Clara.
Yes, we are going to have a look at the quiz, which calls BioWiz Sustainable Minds, and the educational card that we have been developing in the project. Then I will talk about the formats that are available, these materials, and how can you use them. Well, the content we would like to help you to know about the main concepts of the bioeconomy, also be able to differentiate the main aspects of the bioeconomy and be aware of the different processes involved in the bioeconomy. So these 3 concepts are the ones who are integrated in these materials, in both quizzes and educational cards. This material has created to adolescent teachers and multipliers. I mean, the level of the content, the material, the knowledge is aimed at this target group, the oldest one. And you, as multipliers, can use this material, as I said before, as a material who increase your own knowledge, or as a material to enroll other people in the bioeconomy concept. So,
Clara, sorry to
yeah.
interrupt. Are you able to switch the slides, or should I do it?
I can do it, but
I'm just go back.
I'm sorry, I forgot to put the control. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
I think you have it now. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the quizzes, the Bio with Sustainable Minds, it's a set of questions and answers to help you learn or test your knowledge through play. This is a game-based learning resource. And you will find here yes and no questions or multiple choice, and what can be used this content for self-training, to use in competitions, to teach others through play. And educational card have another approach. It's not a games-based learning approach. It's more focused on visual and practical resource. Here you will find a set of concise information, like a sheet of information about the topic of bioeconomy. It is presented in a visual appealing format using diagrams, illustration, text, or other visuals that help you to get information in an attractive and in a friendly way. And both of them are used for review and consolidate what you have learned. Also as a study aids. Also, we will help you to identify areas in which is need to improve your understanding, and to encourage active participation. I mean, the format of these materials help you and help other people to have an active approach, an active attitude, and also an interactive attitude and dynamic learning. In what formats can you find these materials? I mean, quizzes. We have developed quizzes in 3 formats. In a print-to-play format, to be able to print it at home with home printers, but also to print as professional printers. So maybe you need this material for a competition or for something more with more. More appealing. You have this option, and we are developing this material for social media too, to be uploaded in Instagram or other social media platforms. On the other hand, educational cards, we are working on the print-to-play version, both for home and professional printers, but now it's available to use it by web and also for social media. So you will find all these materials in the GenB website. My colleague Laura shared before the link. So if you go through this link, you will be able to find all this information in the resources platform, in the toolkit for 14 to 18 years old. You as multiplier, we consider you as an agent of change and information transmission in your community or network or influence. So for us, knowledge expands when it's shared. So we encourage you and we want you to be inspired and empower other people who is aligned with this concept of the bioeconomy. So we count on you to share the concept, the principles that you will learn through quizzes and educational cards, and how can you share this knowledge, or can you how can you enroll other people by using these materials in informal talks, organizing educational events, using quizzes and educational cards, facilitating workshops or seminars, promoting initiative in institutions. So you can be very creative because it's a very flexible material that you can use in a lot of context. And of course, you can use it with a lot of people, your friends, other students, your family, decision makers, like institutions, and so on, entrepreneurs, your dog, your parrot. So anyone who is interested in bioeconomy, you have here an interesting and really playful and hands-on material, very participatory to achieve our commitment, which is increase the awareness and the knowledge about the bioeconomy. I want to finish this presentation with a quote, which says, Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the United Nations and Nobel Peace, said that knowledge is power, information is liberating, education is the premise of progress in every society, in every family. So if you are here, it's because you believe in this change. And if you are hungry for more knowledge, stay tuned, because we have also a virtual library with a lot of interesting resources to offer you, which ones you will be able to increase your knowledge. So thank you for all. If you have any comment, any doubt about this material, which is already ready in our website, let me know.
Thank you, Clara. I wish I had a dog now to talk about bioeconomy. I'm going to find
Yes,
them.
they hear, and he will answer you.
Thank you so much. So at least the information, we can actually print the cards from home and use them, so it's really easy accessible. And if you like playing games, board games, whatever, you can use it to play, but also to learn something with your friends or whoever. Does anyone have any questions? I guess not. Now I will pass on the floor to my very wonderful colleagues from FVA, Valentina and Selenia. So you remember at the beginning, Clara flew through so many games. And you're like, what game? And now Valentina and Selenia are going to tell us about these games that we developed, and Susanna as well, sorry, about the games that were developed in the project, but also from other projects. And it's quite interesting. I'm like, this is my favorite part, if you can't tell. Go on.
Thanks,
I
Juliet.
will share the screen again. Just give me 1 sec.
Thank you. I should go to the slides.
Oh God, is it? Do you have the control? Yes.
Yes. No
Okay.
worries. I'm just going through many slides, and I'm almost at the point. Okay. So you should see the slide, right? Games and gamified solutions. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here at this very late hour. So together with Selenia and Valentina from FVA New Media Research, we're going to briefly present you all the games that were developed both by GenB project, but also we will give you an overview of additional games that you can find in the GenB library, as mentioned by Clara. So starting from the games developed by GenB, as it was mentioned in the last basic level of the capacity building, you may remember that GenB did some collaborations and living labs with schools, elementary, primary, and high schools. And so during these living labs, one of the product has been the games. And so here you will find 3 different games targeting 3 different ages of students, early school students, elementary and high school students. So these games are different also from the contents and the objectives. So the first one, the role-play game on bioeconomy jobs, it's a game in which the idea is to let kids acquire knowledge about bioeconomy professions. As you already heard, we really want to spread the word about bioeconomy professions and make youngsters really conscious about and sensitive about their possibilities in bioeconomy. So this is one way in which we try to convey this message. The second game is the board game for elementary students. In this game, they can learn about circular bioeconomy, but also the process of bio-based product production. And finally, there is the escape game for high school students. I'm sure that every one of you almost played an escape game in their lives, and if you didn't, you should, because they are very funny. And this escape game has the objective to solve enigmas, basically, about green chemistry and bioeconomy issues. So going a bit deeper inside these 3 games that were developed by GenB. So the first one is the role-play game about the professions. This is a print-to-play game, so it's already available for you if you want to implement this game in your activities. So it can involve 2 to 4 players at a time. And the objective is very, very crucial. So you have to save the world. You have to save the planet because the world is under threat and only bioeconomy can save it. And particularly, 6 bioeconomy professions are crucial to save the world, and they can do this by managing to carry out all their tasks. So the aim is to help these bioeconomy professions to fulfill their tasks and save the planet. So which is the process? Players should complete the profession cards by placing 3 task cards on each of these cards. And the game ends when all the profession cards are faced up on the table and completed. And wins the player who completed the most profession cards, basically. So the second game is the Super Bio board game. And the idea is similar to Monopoly, let's say. The board has 4 different environments related to the bioeconomy, which are the sea, forest, city, and countryside. This game is available for now in Italian because it has been developed in the context of an Italian living lab, but soon will be available also in English, so to be exploited in your activities also in other countries. Most of the parts of this game are print to play again, so ready to be used. You should just integrate with some very small pieces and materials that you can easily collect or buy. The number of players here that can be involved are 4-6 players, and the objective is to create new bio-based products by completing the recipes assigned. Each recipe can be completed when it's transformed, as said before, into a bio-based product at the biorefinery. So there is all the process, the real process of production from a feedstock to a bio-based product. So to make this bio-based product, the player must obtain biomass, as I'm sure you already know from the last capacity building, and also collect some research points, correctly answering to questions on the question cards or acting to respond to unexpected cards. As I said, it's very similar to Monopoly, you know. So once the 4 recipes have been completed, 1 per each environment, the player can close effectively the game, and wins the player who has the most sustainability points. This is in Italian for now, as I said, the board of the game that can be printed and used. Finally, there is the escape game, Escape for Future, Chemistry Meets Circular Bioeconomy, which integrates the inquiry-based learning and gamified approach. This is available in Italian again, because this is the result of another Italian Living Lab with the high schools. And also in this game, most of the parts are free to play, but some others require materials that you can easily collect or buy. Here, the number of players that can be involved is higher, is around a group of people of 15, 20 players, but keep in mind that the less people you have here, the better they can interact with the game. It's really an interactive game. You should solve enigmas. And the challenge is very current. So the planet is trapped in a linear model of life and consumption, which is causing consequences, climate change, loss of biodiversity, increase in waste. And the objective is an escape game. So it's to find a way out towards a more sustainable and circular lifestyle. So which is the process of this game? The player should solve, as I said, 6 interconnected enigmas that address green chemistry and bioeconomy issues through hands-on experiments, games, quizzes. So the last enigma will, at the end, open a box with bio-based gadgets. It's really an escape game. It's challenging, not that easy. So for high school students, as I said. Now I let the word and the floor to Selenia for presenting you some additional games available from other projects.
Yes, thanks, Valentina, and hello to you all. It's always a pleasure to meet you after the kickoff party. So here, after this short overview about the games that we are developing inside GenB, let's deep dive in the other games that are already available in our library, as previously mentioned, but they are developed by other EU-funded projects. And per each of them, we will see which is the target age, the key insights such as the mission, the format, the available languages. So you will have also links in order to familiarize and maybe start playing this game. Also because you have to keep in mind that you as GenB ambassadors also have the role of multipliers, so you can be compared basically to non-formal educators. So you can really use this kind of games in order to engage your peers or either youngsters to provide like a learning, an interactive learning environment. So, for example, this first one that we can see here, Mission BioHero, was developed by the project All Things BioPro. It is aimed for parents together with young children from 4 years old, but also from high schools, so until 19 years old. And basically, in this case, the mission that we have is to help humans to save their planet. So again, the thematic of the climate change of the world, which is in danger because of our actions towards the ecosystem, come back, and we as potential bioheroes need to solve different campaigns, each one revolving around specific topics related to sustainability and specifically also to bioeconomy, in order to arrive to the final mission, which is precisely to save the planet. So in this case, the format is an app for smartphones, so you can download it at the link that it is provided here in the slide. It is available in English, Italian, Dutch, and German, so you can really start playing in your own language also. The next game is Fields of Fuel. Also in this case, we have a specific range, target age, which is from 14 to 19 years old. And of course, this game could be also used as an educative and interactive environment for formal but also non-formal educators. In this case, you can also see games as an ice-breaking in order to convey complex messages to students and audience that has different levels of education. but also to provide content, challenges, knowledge, stimulate curiosity, also with the spirit of learning by doing, so without having any pre-constructed knowledge about the topic, so simply playing with this kind of tools. With regards to the key insights with the specific games, the mission is to work as a farmer, of course, practicing sustainability principles also as a worker in the bioeconomy and in the primary sector in particular. And of course, the aim is also to earn income and improve the ecosystem services. So there is a huge attention also to the complexity of intervening and working with nature while also ensuring sustainability while protecting the biodiversity and without compromising the ecosystem's equilibrium. And the game dynamics, of course, varies from sustainable production, but also from energy crops. And in this specific case, as a computer game, so you can play it with your laptop, and it is available in English at the link that you can find here in the slide. The next one is we can talk about two games which has pretty much the same mission, the same, let's say, focus and topic. They are both developed by the Be Rural project, BMatch and the SDG link. So as you can easily understand, they are focused on the SDG, so the Sustainable Development Goals. And the target age is from 11 to 19 years old, and also in this case can be used as an icebreaker during the educational activities. And it is they are also aimed at introducing the various bio-based products that we can have, and specifically to link these bioproducts together with the Sustainable Development Goals. So in this case, the students can play BMatch as the first game, followed by the SDG link, or to play it at the same day or in different days, because each one of them provide specific contents that are, let's say, interlinked one to each other. So they are very comprehensive. It is a print to play, so you can download all the material and you can easily print it at home and start playing with your peers, and it is available in English. Also, in this case, we have another game which is developed by the Be Rural project, the Business Match. It is aimed for youngsters between 11 and 19 years old. And here the mission is to inspire secondary education students about the innovativeness of emerging circular business models. So in particular, there is a huge focus specifically on the new job profiles and the possibility which are created by the circular bioeconomy and circular economy concepts, as a way also to link the new professions and business models together with, again, the Sustainable Development Goals. And in this case, you will be provided with 25 cards with brief descriptions of companies that use circular business models, and you can play individually or other with other peers in groups. Because it is also challenging to, let's say, play it in small groups and to deep dive in this kind of new professions and business models. And it takes around 15-30 minutes, so it's really a short amount of time to start familiarizing with this kind of topics. And again, also in this case, it is a print-to-play format, so you can easily download from the link here the material in English and print it at home and start playing with your friends. So over to you, Valentina.
Thanks, Cele. So I will finish this presentation presenting 3 more games. So the Bioeconomy memory game is basically a memory game. All of us played memory games. I find it funny also at 30 years old. So the target age, however, is for 13 years old and formal educators and non-formal educators, because it can be used as a form of assessment activity after, for example, a bioeconomy lesson in school, but also if you organize, for example, activities with kids as warm-up activities, for example. So the mission, you know very well, is teaching young pupils about bioeconomy and especially the feedstock and raw materials that can be used to make the product. So for example, you see here what the apple can be used to do some products, tomato can be used to make other products. So this is the concept behind the game. The format is a print to play. It's available in many languages, as you can see here. And here you'll find the different link in different languages to deploy this game in your activities. Then we have the BIOS game, which has been developed by BioWays and BioVoices projects. Here, the target age is specifically for non-formal educators, to challenging them in the knowledge of European strategies and the objectives for a more sustainable circular bioeconomy. In this case, it's a computer game, so it can be played with your laptop, and it's available in English. Again, here is the link. And the last one is the BioWhat, developed by BioWays and BioStep projects. I find this game very funny because it's built drawing inspiration from Mario Bros game. This is targeting pupils from 4 to 13 years old, but also formal educators and non-formal educators can use these as a warm-up activity before, for example, a bioeconomy lesson or some bioeconomy related activities. The mission is to learn how to use the raw materials and feedstock to make everyday objects and products, so to draw also inspiration for our lives. So many languages, and at this link you will find the places where this game can be played in the different languages. So I want to conclude just saying to you that all these games with longer descriptions and more detailed descriptions can be found in the GenB library, which contains more than 100 resources and useful material, not only for you to learn about bioeconomy and a more sustainable lifestyle, if you are not so confident even after this capacity building, but I'm sure you are. And you can also apply filters for the content type, language, target group, adolescent, source. And it's important that all these materials are available for you to learn, but also for you to be used, as said before, in your activities. I will now pass the word to the next speaker, which will also give you a more deeper insights in the library and how to use it. So you will have a guide also on this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Valentina and Selenia. That was a lot of games. And I'm actually quite excited to try some of them out. I'm sure some of the ambassadors are too. Are there any questions to Valentina and Selenia about the games? So you ended on a good note about the GenB library, because Pietro now is going to tell us about it and how to find certain material, especially how to find educational videos from the GenB library. He is the architect behind it, so when you see this cool design, think of Pietro and team. Yeah, Pietro.
Exactly. Exactly. Very, very nice words. So guys, I know my colleagues said they're going to be fast, etc. Well, I am going to be fast, but for real. So you've been hearing a lot, I would say, about the GenB library. And this presentation, basically, I give you a few screenshots, how you're supposed to use it. In this case, how you should use it for searching videos. And then I give you just a few examples of what you can find already on the library, but more things will come. So first of all, land on the library. The URL is library.genbproject.eu. You can access it also through GenB website by itself, so you don't need to remember the URL, of course. What you should select is the image on the right. The library is conceived to address basically super young audience and older, more experienced audience. So on the section that you see on the right, you can find all kinds of videos and materials you can think of. At least all those that have been mapped by GenB project. You land on the right section and you will immediately go to the learning section of the library. This is called the learning, but you can explore also the other sections like practices and educating. You select as content type videos and voila. You will have multiple cards. Each card is one video and they will be stored and available in multiple pages depending on your search topics. You can also look for keywords, free search, or different languages, for example, or sources, even though most of the materials stem from EU-funded projects. So initiatives just like GenB, dealing with the bioeconomy in general. Let's admit Mariana. So, what can you find on the library? Well, let's say that to learn about bioeconomy, one of the best ways is to discover how many bio-based products are out there. You will find tons of these videos. This example here stems from only one project, All Things Bio. And you will see that you can make t-shirts out of wood fibers. You will see you can make durable bio-based coffee mugs, paper straws that I think we all learned to hate, but still it is a bio-based product as such as more sustainable ways of developing cleaning products, or even soap that can be done at home. The colleagues from FVA can witness this, as Susanna remember she was making experiments to make the soap at home. But that's not all. You can even have a full day, an entire day, just using bio-based products. You will see this video in multiple languages, from English, of course, Portuguese, Slovak, so on and so forth, where you will see this actress that since morning until the evening, she will be wearing, using, utilizing in general bio-based products. Of course, you can also get lectures. So from TEDx talks to video essays, you can get a slightly more fast and visual approach to refresh your memory on what bioeconomy is, but I'm sure you already know by far now what is the bioeconomy, what are its benefits and its current challenges. But still, you can find also these kind of videos. But before delving into the library and searching for all the videos that we've been mapping, I would like to remind you that also you can be part of some educational videos developed by the project. On one hand, during events, for example, as you can see the example here, you could play the role of the journalist and see with your peer colleagues what has been happening, what was the good, the bad aspects of the event. But you can also literally take part on a video that is being and will be produced by the project. So you should have already received the instructions by your national coordinator. I am aware that this has happened, and some of you are already sending us these recorded videos. So basically, you should go get your mobile. If you have a tripod, that's even better. Go to a part where in general you need some greeny things behind you. Record yourself in vertical format and follow the script. Then you send us the video, and the final result will be a collage of all of you guys saying specific parts of the script. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be super cool and an intriguing thing for the project. And I'm sure European Commission will love it. So you can say in the future that European Commission was happy about the video that you took part of. That's all from my side. I'm a man of my word. I was fast, but any kind of question related to the library, especially even suggestions, just ring a bell. Thank you.
Thank you, Pietro, the man of few words, but many talents. Yeah, I hope we'll see this video. It sounds like something that will be really cool. Are there any questions for Pietro on videos or the library? No? Okay.
About life. No?
About life as well, you know, he's a very wise man, so he could add. Good. If you don't have any questions, but if you have private questions, you can also ask Pietro via email. I'm sure he will be happy to give his piece of advice for the world. now I'm going to ask our last presenter, thank you for your patience, Laura, to tell us about student-to-student activities. And thank you for your patience, everyone, because it's been a lot of information. So we're almost at the end, but we're very excited, Laura. We're not tired yet.
Thank you. I'll try to be also brief. So thank you also, Pietro, to introduce some of the activities. Now I will delve into them a bit more. So what we're talking about here are student-to-students activities and formats. So basically what you can do with all the materials, the tools that we've been presenting today in order to take an active role. So this is what I'm going to talk about in the next slides. So specifically, we call these student-to-student formats. So here you will have the chance to involve others as you, so other peers, other young people, in order to raise awareness and inspire them on the bioeconomy, but also as GenB ambassadors to actually take an active role in order to inspire what are the changes in behaviors also in your family, but also to other peers and the society at large. So this is the main goal of why we would like you to take an active role in this. In general, we understood that these kind of modalities are beneficial. They have a lot of benefits because you can establish a direct connection with other young people. They can learn from you, they can take inspiration, they see you as close, of course, to their own age, experiences, so you share the same view of the world and probably the same values. And also in this way, you become what we call multipliers, as we were saying. So multiplying and making a greater, let's say, effect to the changes in behaviors of who you have around you. And in this way, you are able to take an active role and actually learn also how to be in the shoes of an expert, as you were kind of a teacher, educating also others in this world. So in GenB, in our project, we have developed some student-to-students formats. Maybe others will come along also based on your feedback. And I will present them one by one. So firstly, we have TEDx speeches. You probably have already heard and see some TEDx speeches. So here we would like you to take an active role on stage. So basically in TEDx, you will talk about bioeconomy and the bio-based products on stage. So you will be the ones delivering the speech, the talk. And this we see is a very attractive way to attract children, adults, but also in like formal and institutional settings. So I will give you an example. For instance, last year in Italy during the European Researchers' Night, in a big stage, GenB ambassadors were talking about bioeconomy, its impact. They were showing bio-based products to the audience, and you can actually go in the link. We will then send you the slides where you can see the video where they do so. The title was "Grasshoppers for Breakfast." This was a fun way for us to say what they were doing, of course, in a funny way. And in another occasion, in schools, for instance, some younger ambassadors, they were from primary school. They talked to the other classes, but also to their parents about the bioeconomy during an open day event. So this is kind of the way that we think that you can take the stage and deliver speeches to a wide audience through this format. Then we have another way, which is utilizing what we have as storytelling. So tools such as utilizing fairy tales, but also short stories, poetries, and riddles. And here you can both either write about the bioeconomy, but also deliver one of these stories to the audience. So again, in the same context during the European Research Night, for instance, you can see in the pictures, they were really young ambassadors, but they were reading out a fairy tale on the apple's dream. So again, here, if you go to the link afterwards, you will see the video with all of this recording. And then the same occasion that I was mentioning before, so in an open school event, some young ambassadors actually were rhyming a rap song. So this was a riddle on the bioeconomy that they wrote during their classwork, and they transformed it into a rap song and delivered it in front of their parents and other classes. So just examples on how you can be creative in talking about the bioeconomy, inventing new stories, utilizing the concepts that you're learning about in order to attract other young people. This is another format that we have developed. This is a PowerPoint. It's a short lesson on bioeconomy, but actually through the eyes of a small girl named Rita. So if you are dealing with young people, 5 years old, you can we have this available, and you can utilize what is the story of Rita to explain to the others about environmental topics, fossil fuels, bio-based products, and the bioeconomy in general. Then we have hands-on experiments. So this is a practical way that you can teach others about the bioeconomy, but also utilizing creativity and fun. These are very easy, let's say, experiments that you can guide others to do. And you can actually utilize them in different contexts. So either if you go into a school or in large-scale events, outdoor, at home. So they're very easily adaptable in very different contexts. We have different experiments that you can try out. So the idea here is that you use biomass, so organic waste, to produce new biomaterials. Just some examples. For instance, you can produce bio-based plastics, just starting from orange peel, but also milk, eggshells, or cornstarch. We have tried out also how to produce natural watercolors. So here you have to just start from waste from fruits, vegetables, and spices, add some water, stir it, and you'll have beautiful watercolors that you see in the picture as well. Another example is biogas as well, here only utilizing sugar, water, and yeast, and many more. Coffee scrub, maybe also as a nice present to give out. So we have several different examples. This is some of pictures that of the experiments, as I was saying. So you can see from the strawberries, mixing it, you will have the red color from the red cabbage. This is a nice experiment. If you add on a lemon, it will turn out blue. If you add another
soda.
material, you will have
soda.
You will have you will have blue. If you have add lemon, you will have purple. So you can see also the different reactions. And here are the different products from this experiment. Again, just other examples. As I was saying, the biogas. This is a very simple experiment you can try out. Or for instance, at Christmas, students made angels and other decorations, also only utilizing wooden beads, so from organic materials. And again, some treats from food leftovers to hang out, from cereal bars, food, and fruits. And here you can see the examples. They were hung on tree for animals to be fed on. These are just some examples. You find them all in this link. So we have 10 experiments that you can try out from the cards. We have new brochures also coming out. And as I was saying, they're very minimal equipment, and we provide all the information for you to replicate them. Again, stay tuned because we will put them all in the GenB library. These are already have been presented to you. So this is a way to spark the interest for the youngsters. So as icebreaking activities, you can utilize either the memory game that was already presented to you or the book for young students to spark their interest. So for 4 years old onwards. Okay, then we pass on to this interactive way that you can showcase the bioeconomy. So basically during large-scale events, live exhibitions, what you can do is either showcase the bioeconomy through bio-based products. So we have this sample of bio-based products that we can actually deliver to you if you're interested to, and you can show to the audience what they are, what they're made of, and also reply to their answers. Another thing you can do during these large-scale events is to facilitate a session of the quiz, What's Bioeconomy, that you have done in the beginning of this of the webinars, in the first series of the webinar, engaging students, but also teachers, families, so reading out the answers and being the facilitator of this quiz. And as Pedro was saying, another way is that you can make interviews to the audience, to young people, and we have some examples in the in our Instagram, if you follow BioVoices, you will see how GenB ambassadors have been actively performed interviews to other people during such events. So just some examples here. And finally, you can utilize what we presented today, like the cards. For instance, you can record videos explaining the contents of the educational cards. So you can explain to others the terminology, the controversial topics, recording some videos, but you can also maybe deliver a lesson in schools or out of schools, you're utilizing different PowerPoints. And finally, you can also replicate the hands-on experiments that I was talking to you about, either during a live event or maybe also recording a video tutorial. And you have examples and links here that I left on the PowerPoint, so you can see how others have already done so and maybe take some inspiration from it. Okay, so if you go back to Menti, we would just like to know if you already know about some of these activities, if you're already familiar with some of them. If you already tried some of them out. That I'm curious to know more about. So maybe you have already tried out some experiments.
Laura, I think your internet is unstable.
A few of you, none. Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you again. You just disappeared for a second.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Laura, you keep getting cut off.
Oh, sorry.
And now you sound like a robot. Maybe try again to speak.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Now we can hear you. Okay. I don't think she can hear us properly.
Maybe we can all remove the cameras, including Laura. If we all remove the cameras, maybe we are sure, apart from, yeah.
I think Laura, yeah.
Me now?
Try to speak now, because I think your internet is terrible at the moment.
I'm sorry. I think it's too many hours here.
Yeah. Okay. Now we can hear you properly. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Sorry for this. Okay. So I was just commenting that it's great to know that you already have experience with some of these formats. I would like to know more about, but it's super good to know that most of you have already some experience in performing experiments, but also TEDx speeches, and also during live exhibitions. So I think it's a great way to, maybe we can go into the next question already. Okay, you think that some of these are more interesting, useful for you to implement in your own context. So what do you see maybe utilizing if you're interested to do so?
Laura, maybe what I can add here is that the entire GenB consortium is here to help you and to support you. So it's not only a question of capacity building, but we are also really open and happy and supportive. So please don't feel shy, contact us. There are no stupid questions, and the idea is really to solve all your doubts or questions in order to really support you and help you to take a role. So don't feel shy. We are here to support and to help.
Absolutely. Thank you, Susanna. But it's good to know that you already kind of find them to be used maybe in your own context. And as Susanna was saying, if you are interested to do so but don't know exactly how, then that is a great way to reach out to us, and we will give you all the different tools and guidance that you will need. So we are here for this. And next capacity building will be specifically on providing you also with the skills to do so. So yeah, maybe if there's time and you would like to share your thought on it, what you have already done and doubts you have, maybe let's see if we have time. That would be interesting. So thank you. This was the end of my presentation. Or do I have a slide more?
I think you have one more.
Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. So just some final guidelines and good practices based on what we're saying here already. So you should maybe think of the activity which is more tailored to the age group that you're dealing with. Of course, so the target audience. As we were just saying, we are here to support you to get ready for these activities. So we will provide you the knowledge, support, and specific tools that you will need. Just keep in mind that you will involve people who don't know about the bioeconomy. So first of all, maybe practice out and be prepared also to be to answer to controversial questions that may arise. But the most important thing is that you feel confident, that you enjoy, that you have fun during these experiences as well. And of course, we will provide you and have done with a toolkit and the specific guidance and support that you need maybe on the specific occasion. So just please reach out to us. And thank you.
Thank you, Laura. So we've learned a lot today, and Laura kind of put everything together. She mentioned some of the activities that were described earlier and how we can actually implement them in like student-to-student activities. So now I want you not to forget Laura's presentation, but to think about, just take a second and think about all the presentations we've had today and the different formats we've been presented, and then I will pass on to Katarina.
Yes, thank you, Juliet. So now after you have heard a lot of our modules and content, we want to hear or see your opinion, and we will go back to Menti again and have a few questions how you will use or think you will use the things you have heard before. So in your role, how would you use the tools and activities presented in this webinar? And please think of all the tools you heard about today, not only the students to students, but also about the quizzes, the videos, and fact sheets, etc. So how do you think you can use the tools and activities you heard about today? You see the code. If you need it again, you see the code on the top of the Menti. I can see in school activities, creating contents on social media, videos on social media, so social media especially, in presentations, increasing the knowledge of people living in the area, Again, social media, showing the tools to the teachers, and using the experiments. Yeah, very interesting. Okay. The Sustainability Week in school, showing videos to the parents. Okay, so a lot of ideas I can see. Okay. Brainstorming with the people the tools are shared with. For awareness raising. Do workshops in the jobs and daily life. Oh, a lot of ideas. Really, really expressed.
Okay, then I think
Okay. Presenting the games to the young audience. Okay. So should we go on to the next question?
yeah, I'm happy there's so many ideas.
Yeah,
So we're not
really,
stuck.
really a lot of ideas. Okay, so the next question is, what concerns do you have in the implementation of these formats? So what are you not sure about, or what do you think that is maybe hindering or could be difficult while implementing the formats? Okay, so that the vocabulary could be too technical. Maybe the games are not funny enough. Answering all bioeconomy related questions, yes. Finding suitable settings, finding a place, yeah. Afraid to bother people, lack of energy or interest, yeah. This could be difficult. I need to study the contents before showing to real public, yes. Presenting it to the families when the audience is very young. Okay, you feel shy. Yeah, I can understand. Recruiting materials for practical games. Okay, so in the sense of finding or getting the materials, I guess. Adapting the formats to the different contexts of the audience. Okay, yeah, also a lot of concerns. I think we will have to think about these concerns, and maybe we can support you. And please ask if you need support. There is one more with people may get bored. So we need to find the right formats for the right audience. Yeah.
But I mean, to be honest, we've just learned about what bioeconomy is. Maybe some people didn't know what it was. So obviously there's a bit of hesitation, but with like everything, practice, reading, planning, trying. Okay, so we move on to the next one.
Moving to the next, yes, please. So do you have any other ideas or formats that you can create and implement? So additionally to the formats you have heard about today, do you have any other ideas? Does anything else come to your mind if you think about how you can create and implement the topic? Theaters? Anything else than theaters? Songs. Okay, yeah. TikTok videos, okay. Random interviews in the street asking about bioeconomy. Like a Monopoly where the fossil-based, okay, another game, like a Monopoly game.
And then you earn game money. Okay.
interviews to normal people, cartoons, role plays, boost interaction and speech. Okay, to boost interaction and speech. So another role play than already presented today.
Okay, I think
Okay. Yeah.
Since I'm looking at the clock and we're 1 minute past, oh God,
Yeah.
I just have two more things to say. Right, I have just 2 more things to say, and then we can finish. One thing is just I really want to get a thank you, Katarina. Sorry, I didn't say that. But we want to get a feeling of how you feel after the webinar. So do you feel, I know it was overwhelming, I know it was a lot of information, but do you feel like you can take your role? Can you just stand up and go and spread the word of bioeconomy? Do you need more training? Or do you need more support? Or are you just ready? I hope you're just ready. And if you need more support, we're so open for it. So just get in touch with us, as Susanna said. Okay, so I see some people are ready. They're just ready. Okay, I like that. And then many say they would need support. That is good to know. And as thank God, nobody is saying no. But it would have been okay if you just need more training. But this is to show you that we have shown you the contacts, and I have sent them with the agenda all the time of the national contact points. I think everyone has been in touch with you. We are all very happy to help with any questions, answer any queries. So please, even if you think it's something stupid, just ask. It's never stupid. So if you need any help, support, if you have an idea of something to implement and you're not sure how, or you don't have the resources to do so, just get in touch with us and I'm sure we'll find a solution. And finally, how do you feel in one word, generally? Excited. Yay. Ready. Oh, excited. Okay. Good. Satisfied. I'm happy to hear that. Charged. Okay. I like this. This is like one of my favorite exercises. It's just, let's go. Okay, cool. Inspired, ready. Yes. I'm very, very, very happy to see all this. Good. Since we're running out of time, vamos. Is that how you say it? I hope. I don't know, vamos. You got the hint. Very good. Hungry. Yes, me too. What does that mean? Estoy pronto. What does that mean?
Means I'm ready.
Ah, great. I'm happy. Trained. Yes. Thank you so much for your feedback. I just have one final remark. We really want to get your feedback so that we can prepare for the final webinar, which is going to take place on the 9th of September. Just 1 second. So the last webinar, the advanced webinar, is going to take part on the 9th. We asked you for which skills you want to learn, so we'll evaluate those. We might come back to you and ask for more information. On the 18th of June, George, you have 2 minutes today. It's not 3 anymore.
I'll take less. Next month we are doing a workshop. It's not part of the ambassador program, but you're very welcome to join. GenB is not the only project or initiative that tries to promote the bioeconomy and to empower the youth in becoming more engaged in this sector, but there are also many wide networks in the EU and worldwide. So Next month in June, on June 18th, we are doing a session with networks and communities that have international scopes and focus on the bioeconomy. So you will have the chance to meet other ambassadors in the bioeconomy and other sustainability fields. You will have the chance to see their activities, some challenges they faced, such as what you mentioned, and also you will have the chance to participate in a conversation about online debates that we are going to launch in autumn this year. And they will be a very exciting opportunity for you to say what you need to get more engaged in the bioeconomy and how others can do that. I can share the agenda of the webinar here, and we will also follow up with a separate email, so to let you take a breather here. And we would be very happy to have you on board in this activity and the next ones that follow. This is very practical opportunity for you, and hopefully this is another exciting thing in the GenB project. That's all from me. I'm sharing the agenda and we will follow up with more information.
Thank you, George. Yeah, so see, we have at least an activity now for next month. George, I hope we'll be able to see many of our GenB ambassadors there. I would really like to know how you found the 2 webinars that we've had so far. In the chat is the link to the evaluation questionnaire. So maybe, I know we're out of time, we're over time, but maybe after the webinar, you can just take 5 minutes and complete it. We'll also send it in a follow-up email afterwards. Yeah, that's it. So I would love to say thank you for your participation, contribution, patience, and for not eating until now. So go and eat. Yeah. Thank you everyone who presented, and thank you everyone who attended. And
Thank
have a
you.
great night, and see you in June at George's event.
Bye bye. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.